Hey y'all, happy Thursday. Get ready with me. Wow, I'll tell you guys what it's like living in Dallas, Texas. So I have been here almost 4 years now. It'll be 4 years like at the end of February, I believe. And I love it so far. Like a lot has changed though since I moved here. So first, I'm gonna tell y'all why I moved here in the first place. So I was actually living in Southern California, Los Angeles, Woodland Hills to be exact. And I just like during COVID, I feel like everything just got so crazy and the homelessness was like out of control. And like when I had first moved to Woodland Hills, if you know where that is, like kind of headed towards, Calabasas and stuff like that. But like when I first moved out that way, there wasn't, what am I doing? There was not that many homeless people. Hold on. It was getting out of control and it was just too much during COVID. I was like, this is my sign to leave. Like it's time to leave. So I went to Google and I just Googled most up and coming states in California, in the US. And Texas came up. And I was like, wealthiest cities in Texas. Cause I was like, I'm trying to go where the money at, you feel me? And then Dallas and Austin came up, and I was like, I never been to Austin or anything. And I was like, something about Austin don't seem right. So I was like, let me just book a flight to Dallas. I had already been to Dallas one time before, but I didn't really like see much of it. But I'm like, some just telling me to go with Dallas. So I came out here to Dallas. I viewed like 11, my ponytail getting long. I viewed like 10, 11 apartments in one weekend. And I just knew that like when I got here, I was like, oh, I'm definitely supposed to move here. So the apartment I actually ended up moving into, it was I had missed the appointment and the lady called me. She was like, are you still interested? And I was like, oh man, I completely forgot about this place. And so I was like, yeah, I'm on my way. So I get there. I told her my budget. My budget was like, I ain't gonna tell all that. But anyways, I told her my budget. And then she was like, I know you said your budget was this, but this apartment I'm about to show you is like not that much over. And it's usually like a lot more. And I was like, okay, girl, show me. Because a girl can manifest and dream. So she showed me the apartment and I fell in love. I was like, if y'all remember my old apartment, I was like, oh no, I'm moving in this apartment. Okay, so I ended up moving in that apartment, but I knew that was the apartment I was supposed to move in because later that night while I was out here visiting, one of my homegirls asked me if I wanted to go out to eat. We went out to eat. We was like at this rooftop place. Was it the Henry? And then like from exactly where we were sitting, I was looking straight into the apartment that I had just toured. And so I was like, to me, that's a sign. Anyway, so they like put me through so much trying to get that apartment. Like it was crazy. And at the time, like I had so much savings and I'm like, why are y'all putting me through hell trying to get this apartment? And I was like, is it like not meant to be or something? But anyways, it was meant to be. I ended up moving in, had a great run at that apartment. And I only moved out ever because they went up on my rent $1,000. And I was like, hell no. But the changes I've seen since I've been living in Dallas, like it's so much. First of all, the prices of everything have gone up so much. Like my apartment now that I live in, that I used to live in, y'all, okay, so I will just be transparent. My rent was $3,900. And if you remember, that apartment is well worth $3,900. I'm aware I was getting a little bit of a deal, so I was like, if when they renew my lease, if they only go up like a few $100s, I'll stay. But y'all, that apartment now is probably like over $6,000 a month. And I live in a townhome right now because you just get a better bang for your buck for townhomes in Dallas. But I really want to move into a high rise one more time before I like buy a house. But when I tell y'all, the apartments in Dallas are so expensive. It'd be like $4,000 a month to live in a shoebox. And I'm like, this is starting to give like California, New York. Like when I moved here, I did not know all these people from California was like also moving here, or like everybody and their mama is moving to Dallas right now. And like, I wasn't expecting that. Like that wasn't like, ooh, I don't know. Well, I did Google the most up and coming places. But I wasn't thinking in my mind like a hell of people is like about to move to Dallas. Anyways, so I would say the prices, the cost of living in Dallas is crazy. Like, you need to have a good job, okay? Or unless you like move out like to the country or like out the city. But if you want to live in the city of Dallas, Texas, baby, you're going to pay. I'm thinking about staying in my townhome one more year, even though I do not want to be here at all. But I'm like, my rent is like much better than like what I will find like trying to move back into a high rise. But whatever, I'm still debating. What else? When I first moved to Dallas, y'all, what else do I need? I'm already ready. No, I need to do my eyebrows. When I first moved to Dallas, like, I didn't see no homeless people. I'm like, where are the homeless people at? Like, that's how I felt when I first moved here. And now, baby, they're everywhere. And I'm like, I quite literally left California because it was a mess. And now Dallas, everybody coming here, including the homeless people migrating here. And I'm not like saying that like in a mean way. I don't have anything against like houseless people who are unhoused. I don't have anything against them. But like when you start going outside and it's tents lined up and down the street, like, it's just not pleasant to look at. All right, what else about Dallas? The food here, y'all, there's like a handful of great restaurants, but like most of the restaurants in Dallas close down pretty fast because like it'll be like a whole vibe, but the food be trash. Like, that's so many places in Dallas. It's like very disappointing. So I cook at home like almost all the time now because for me, like if I eat out, that shit better taste better than my food, or I could have just ate at home. Let's see, what else? I know people really hate the dating scene in Dallas. I wouldn't know because I'm not on the dating scene, but when I was on the dating scene, when I first moved out here, like, I didn't have like any bad experiences or anything. Like, I had great experiences, so I can't really touch too much on that. I know a lot of people really hate dating in Dallas, but I feel like that's a global thing. I feel like dating in general is a lot different now than it was probably even 3 years ago when I was dating. I think that making friends in Dallas is hard, but maybe I'm just like a weird antisocial person. I don't know. When I first moved to Dallas, I had a friend in California who had like a lot of friends here in Dallas. So she just like linked me with them, and I've been kicking it with the same group of girls since. I did like meet a couple other people out here in Dallas through mutuals, but yeah, I feel like when you go out in Dallas, like everyone is very cliquey. But I've seen people say the opposite. Like I saw a girl on TikTok last week talk about how friendly and nice everyone was, and I was like, the men are nice and friendly, but like meeting girls, like, I don't know. The girls I kick it with is cool, but like I have not really met girls in Dallas in a long time. But that also could just be me. That could be me for sure. So I'm gonna use my face, neck, and hand cream from Blessed Skin, which is my product, y'all. I do not make this cream at home. It is made in the lab, okay? What else do I want to talk about in Dallas? Oh, there's so many like social media influencers and stuff moving here. I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing. Maybe if you are an influencer, it's a great thing because there'll be a lot more like events here and networking and stuff like that. But yeah, I see so many influencers moving out here, which also is driving up the prices of the high rises. Like, yeah, I'm like, the cost of the high rises like is insane. When I first moved here, I swear like there was so many high rises for like big nice units for like $3,000 a month, $2,500, and I know people probably thinking like, girl, bye, that is too expensive. But high-rise life is high-rise life is not cheap. But now, honey, to get the apartment that like I want with a bathtub that's separate from the shower, you're looking at $5,000 minimum. if you want to be like in the city. Also a good time to move also is like during the holidays. That's when I got my high rise out here. Like people are moving during Christmas time. That is a wonderful time to move. But the only thing with that is like you'll be locked in at that rate. But then once your lease is up, if you want to stay, honey, they're going to go back. They are going to go way back up. But that's my game plan now. Is like when my lease is about to be up here, I'm going to do month to month for a couple months and see if I can find a place around Christmas time. And if I could get like a good rate for something, then I'll probably move. I'm trying to decide if I should I'm going to put on some mascara. Where's my mascara? Oh, but overall, like I really do like living in Dallas. I will say I'm starting to get like kind of scared because so many people are moving here and like I'm starting to see like a little bit more crime and stuff, and I don't like that. I am seeing more people like move out towards the country and like the outskirts, but you know, I don't know if I'm ready to live like in the outskirts yet, but I probably will soon. But yeah, I am worried because I'm like, people are really coming here by the truckloads. I don't like that shit. Like, what's the next day I can move to that's gonna be not overpopulated like this? Sheesh, Christ. The highways, y'all. When I first moved to Dallas, when I first got here, y'all, I used to be seeing like people complain like, oh, y'all moving to Dallas, making the highways so crowded. And I used to be like, what crowd? There is no crowd on this highway. I'm from LA though, so y'all know that's a different type of traffic. So yeah, I used to be like, what traffic? There was like no traffic. And I used to get from point A to point B like so quick. I never peeped any traffic in Dallas. But now, now, we're not even gonna talk about it. It's so bad. It's so bad. And I'm not exaggerating, honey. I'm not exaggerating. Dallas traffic be crazy. I'm like, I don't even want to leave the house. Where are y'all going? And people in Texas can't drive for real. Like, I'm not even kidding. Like, people in Texas cannot drive. I hear Houston is a lot worse. But people in Texas got road rage for real. Like, when somebody in a car acting crazy with you, just let them act crazy. Do not fight back. Do not argue back. None of that, because people carry out here. People carry out here. Like, I don't see nearly amount of like robberies and stuff in Dallas that I did in California. Because in California, people don't carry like that. In Texas, baby, people carry. So robbing somebody out here in Texas is always so crazy to me. Because like, especially if you go to their house, because I just feel like you're more than likely gonna get shot at. Like, why would you do that? Anyways, I'm done getting ready that fast, y'all. I don't really do much. I'm thinking about going to Sephora and like getting some makeup so I can like be a bad bitch again. You know what I'm saying? I've taken a makeup break long enough. I haven't bought makeup in like probably shit since I've been out here. Like, no kidding. I have not bought makeup since I lived in Texas. What else I want to say? Oh, if you're thinking about moving to Dallas, I think it's a great city. Just know that it is starting to get kind of costly, but there are like other options. Like, if you don't mind living like 20-30 minutes away from the city, Dallas is very much up and coming. There's a lot of successful people here. I think it's probably becoming more over time, like a much better place to like network and meet people. Yeah, I think Dallas is a great city. I really do. And hopefully, like, did I put too much oil? Hopefully the homelessness doesn't, you know, get too crazy over the next few years. But I plan on being in Dallas for a while. Like, there's nothing wrong with the city. Like, it's a cool little city. It's a lot of places to go out to. The only thing that that kind of like I didn't like about Dallas is I feel when I lived in California, different countries were a lot easier to travel to and a little bit cheaper. That could be because of inflation, but like going to Bali, Thailand, the flights were just better leaving from like LAX trying to like go places from Dallas, I'll be like, the flight times are insanely long. Traveling out the country, like it'd be turning me off. Like, oh, I don't even want to go. And that's like one of my biggest pet peeves. But I don't really have any like huge pet peeves with Dallas at the moment, besides it's getting a little ratchet. But you can move 15-20 minutes away from the city and be cool. But yeah, I'm gonna be in Dallas for a minute, y'all. Anyways, I'll see y'all in the next video. Today is day 4 of me posting on YouTube every single day, period. At first I was like, I don't know what I'm gonna post today, because how do you even post on YouTube every single day? Like, what in the world am I supposed to talk about for 45 days straight? But I'm gonna do it. Whatever I gotta post, I'm gonna post. And how could I forget my Blessed Skin, the best body oil in the world in my eyes. Y'all look at my skin is already glowing. I haven't even put oil on yet because it just keeps me so hydrated all the time. I've been using it for so long. You can use code BLESSED15 to save 15% on your order.